If she slept with him within hours but made you wait months, it was in no way about timing. It wasn't approximately appreciate. It wasn't about morals. It changed into approximately how she categorized you instantly. You failed to lose due to the fact you were awful. You lost due to the fact you had been predictable. She failed to need time to reflect on consideration on it. She knew in 10 seconds. And the truth is, you had been by no means inside the category you were in. Not because you stated the incorrect component, but due to the fact your power, told her the whole thing. You are now not right here to feel suitable. You're right here to see absolutely. And after this, you will in no way study rejection the same again. Number 1, the unstated rule. She already is aware of who you're in 10 seconds. She doesn't need 3 dates to determine. She doesn't need a deep conversation. She reads your presence before you even speak. Your strength offers away the whole script, and within seconds, you have been positioned in certainly one of 3 bins. Amusing, the guy she sleeps with when she desires to experience something. Provider, the man she makes use of to validate her worth, maintain her entertained, or offer protection. Friend quarter, the one who in no way prompted something, and by no means will. The error you observed. Attempt moves you up the ladder. It doesn't. You're not mountaineering. You're already classified. And when you're in the incorrect field, you're simply heritage noise. Variety 2, the 3 male categories. Funi, husband fabric. Emotional mule. Let's damage it down. The fun man is ambitious, playful, tension-driven. He is no longer well-mannered. He is polarizing. He doesn't try to impress. He makes her experience alive. She sleeps with him without guilt as it felt right, even if it made no feel. The husband cloth guy is calm, strong, however regularly dull. She may see a future with him, but not fire. She might say he's candy, but she in no way fantasized approximately him. She makes him wait, not out of admire, however due to the fact there may be no urgency to be with him. The emotional mule is the helper. He listens, supports, does favors, pays bills. He receives affection, by no means choice. He gets appreciation, by no means intimacy. And if you've ever wondered why she tells you the entirety, however sleeps with someone else, now you know who you are to her. Number 3, sexual chemistry as opposed to emotional protection. Why lust wins early? Preference does not need permission. It doesn't want dates. It does not want credentials. If she feels it, she acts on it. If she doesn't, no quantity of proving your worth will exchange that. Those she sleeps with quickly, they never requested. They never begged. They simply walked in with the type of energy that made her body say yes earlier than her mind had time to judge it. You show up emotionally safe, but sexually invisible. She feels comfortable, and that is why nothing ever happens. You're doing the whole thing properly, however, you're triggering nothing she wants. Because choice isn't earned, it's sparked. Wide variety 4. Why the first-class man is used, ignored, and left dry. The satisfactory guy doesn't fail due to the fact he's satisfactory. He fails due to the fact he is needy. He gives fee nobody requested, for he gives gifts to buy feelings. He texts first, texts lengthy texts once more, and whilst she wouldn't respond, he blames her for being ungrateful. However, she never requested any of it. She failed to ignore kindness. She noted neediness dressed as kindness. You weren't used. You were unwanted. But you kept offering, so she took. And she justified it because he is just a buddy. But friends don't pay your lease. Buddies don't worship your Instagram. Friends don't stick around after being omitted for months. If you stayed, you weren't her pal. You were her emotional safety net. And she never respected you. Number 5, the psychology of girl filtering. Appears. Presence. Anxiety. You think it's about cash. You think it's about height. You think it's about perfect texting. But she doesn't remember your money. She remembers your effect. The men she chooses fast, they make her feel worried. Talk with anxiety. Ruin patterns. Pass with calm confidence. They're not always the best looking. They are just the most unshakable. She cannot decode them. And because she can't decode, she obsesses. Mystery creates anxiety. Anxiety creates interest. Interest pulls her in without logic. While you were explaining your interests, he was leaning and saying nothing. And she felt it in her spine. Number 6, how money, texting, and compliments work against you. If she doesn't want you yet, stop giving. The more you provide, the more she loses interest. Complimenting too early? She rolls her eyes. Paying too soon? She labels you a provider. Texting all day? You just made her the center of your life, and she didn't earn it. You believe generosity builds attraction, but it only works when desire exists first. When there's no desire, your gifts feel like bribes. And she wouldn't sleep with someone who feels like a transaction. She sleeps with someone who feels like a risk. Number 7. Stoic seduction, the art of flirting without flirting. Flirting isn't about jokes. It's not about cheesy lines. It's about power. Playful challenge with calm detachment. Talk slow. Hold eye contact. Say less. Pause more. You flirt not to win, but to test. You don't chase a response. You create a moment. If she leans in, you reward her. If she pulls away, you fall back without a word. You don't show value. You make her curious about it. And when she can't figure you out, desire kicks in, because people crave what they can't predict. Number 8. The power first rule. Cause her before you invest. Never give energy to someone who isn't already drawn in. You don't build attraction through investment. You build it through impact. Let her experience you before you give. Let her want you before you chase. Let her prove interest before you open your wallet, your time, or your soul. Stop auditioning. You're not here to win approval. You're the prize. Act like it. Final reframe. Stop seeking connection. Start creating gravity. You don't get rejected because you're not good enough. You get rejected because your energy never moved her. She slept with him right away because he created gravity. He didn't carry out. He just existed deeply, evenly, mysteriously. And she fell into his body because it turned into more potent than hers. Your hassle isn't effort, it's frequency. You have been broadcasting need. He broadcast dominance. Trade your strength. Alternate her reaction. That's the law. And no amount of good judgment will ever override it. Prevent chasing women who classified you before you open your mouth. Prevent attempting to electrify individuals who already felt nothing. Begin growing a presence so powerful that silence speaks louder than compliments ever could. She does not pick based on what you provide. She chooses based totally on how she feels. Make her experience or be forgotten. If this gave you the clarity you've been lacking, aid this message. Forget being the best man she never wanted. Help this truth reach the people still living in confusion. Aid this message, and you help build a generation of conscious, powerful, and unfakeable energy.